my iPad from the side of the bed. Let me get that. Hang on. Do I really need it though? Is the question. I could just set up chat on my phone, but this is a lot closer. Okay. Let me just view channel. Okay, here we go. All right. All of my coloring people is about to suddenly come out of the woodworks, I'm sure, because they are going to see that I'm coloring and not drawing. And that's usually when everybody decides to come out of the woodworks, when I am coloring and not drawing. So I can imagine. Okay, let's go. So I already picked out a page. I picked out the page from last stream. If you were there, you were there. But I kind of was thinking about doing, I think it's this one, but it's attached to this first one. But I just wanted to like try some pencils out. Um, I really want to do the cuckoo clock page, but I have not colored on this paper before, so I think I might pick a different page. Just because I have not colored on this paper before. So I might pick a different page. Mm, Maybe I'll do one of those ones where it's like 3 little panels and there's like a little mouse in each one. Where's that page at? This one. Maybe I'll do this one just to test, like, maybe I'll do the one in the middle. Because I want to test my pencils. So I think I'll make this like the testing my pencils page. There's a lot of bugs on that page too. This one would be kind of cute. All these pages are cute. And I'm going to say that for every page because it's kind of like, where do I start? Which is why I was like, well, maybe I should just start from the beginning. Uh, that's an option. Maybe I'll just do this one. This guy's got his little cart and he's just doing his thing. We'll make this one the test page. All right. We're not changing it again, are we? Let's just see. Because he's got his little cart. It's a bunch of different little elements. It's not too big of a page. And I don't plan on being on long. So I just want to pick something and start coloring. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the one with the cart. Just something simple. We'll do this one. Okay. All right. So I kind of want to start with my Holbein pencils. I get it. I mean, I kind of know my polychromos is going to work. They work in everything. So I want to start somewhere else. So I'm going to start with my Holbeins, and I think I want a blue sky in this one. So I'm going to start with the sky. Um, and we'll go from there. Okay. Just stick this back over here, I guess. Okay. So I got my page back there, and we're just gonna start. You guys probably can't. Let me zoom in a bit. Okay. Hopefully it's not too dark. I did turn my lamp down a bit. I guess I can turn it up a little so you guys can see. So the paper feels nice, but it's definitely thinner than the old one. Hi, Amy. I'm gonna get a note saying that I'm gonna use only pencils in these books and then starting with the background. I think I did that on the other one too. I started with that yellow background. I'm doing blue this time. Okay. I don't want it to look patchy, which is why I'm kind of going over it a bunch of times. Just want it, because I'm not doing super dark and I'm not coloring super hard, but I still don't want it to look patchy. So I might later use my blender on it to see, but I'm not about to do that right now. Right now, I'm just testing the pencils on this paper. Now I can go back and watch all the people coloring in theirs that I missed because, well, not really missed. I purposely wasn't watching the videos for this book because I didn't want any of the pages to be spoiled before I seen them. Hi, Lori. I was like, I refuse to have my favorite coloring book spoiled. So I was like purposely not looking at any of the flip throughs, none of the color alongs, none of the coloring chats. I even missed some of View's videos because she was showing hers and coloring in hers, and I was like, nope, I'm gonna watch it later because I hadn't gotten mine yet. But now that I've gotten it and flipped through it, then oh, right now I'm using Holbein for the background anyway. And then this is the new Mouse Guard coloring book. Thank you, Lori. Yeah, this is I know, right? Let me start with that. Happy Mother's Day to any mothers that are out there watching. I probably should have led with that, huh? Um, yeah, this is a Holbein. This is a little one. I'm gonna have to replace it soon. But The whole bind feels nice on this paper. I'm not blending anything just yet. I'm just laying down, but it feels nice going down. I can lower this chair a bit too because I brought it up higher because I thought maybe I was going to be using my phone for chat, but then I ended up getting my iPad. So I was like, okay, I didn't really need I didn't need to bring the chair up. Yeah, exactly. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and the fur baby mothers and all the other mother titles out there that I'm not about to sit here and name, but happy Mother's Day. One big blanket for all of them would work, I think. I think this is good. Just like a lighter blue. I was gonna try to make some clouds, but like just put some blues here and there, like just kind of scatter it to make it look like there's some clouds back there. I might. This actually doesn't look bad, so I might do that. We'll put a cloud back there. We'll add some grays to make it look more cloud like. But for now, that'll do. Yeah. So what did you guys do today? Did you guys do anything? I didn't do anything. I'm at home. Called my mom, obviously. Talked to her earlier. Sneeze. Oh no, are you sick, Lori? That's not good. This might be a little bit too dark for what I'm going for, but that's fine. I don't know what was going on yesterday, but when I got up, was that yesterday? Yeah. No, that was this morning. I was in the living room and I just started sneezing and I was like, okay, what's in here? It's got my allergies going off. And so I cleaned the floor and I kind of did a wipe down of everything because I'm not sure what that was about. Oh, you went to breakfast. Okay. Yeah, it could be allergies because I don't know if it was something that I brought in from outside or what, but I was just sneezing away and I was like, "Oh no, but I'm fine now. Like I don't feel sick." So I think it was my allergies. Um but it was kind of strange. I was just like, "Why suddenly?" And it didn't start till I went into the living room kind of. So I'm like, maybe it's something in there. So I like cleaned my floor and did a wipe down of everything cuz I'm not sure. And it's like super dusty out here. So it's like I'm always like trying to wipe down and make sure everything stays pretty clean if I can, but it's like you wipe down one day and then tomorrow all the dust and dirt is back. So that is a fight that I am fighting every day. But I also have an air filter in here, so and I put that in the bedroom because this is where like I sleep first of all. And then this is where the dog spends a lot of his time at and I'm like, yeah, I need this air back here to be as clean as possible because this is where we are most of the time. So Oh, third day and today is the worst. Oh, maybe you're getting sick. You could be coming down with a little something. Hopefully not, but it's possible. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to not be on here super long like I normally do. I'm gonna take a nice hot shower and probably spend the rest of the day reading or playing my game or both. Probably both. I'll probably play the game for a little bit and then read towards the end of the night. Hey, View, how are you? I decided to start on this page because I want to test this paper before I dive into that cuckoo clock page. So I'm just doing this page with the he looks like an older mouse, but he's pulling this giant cart of like hay or something with the snake. So I was like, I'm gonna do this one. And then we'll go from there. I don't plan on starting another page though until this one is finished. So now that I've started it, gotta finish it out before I start another one. Yeah, I switched up. I know. And I said at the end of the other stream too, I was like, all right, this is the one that I'm doing. And then I end up doing this one. Because that page is so cute. And I would hate to like start using a pencil and that pencil doesn't work on the paper or something. And then now I have to fix the mistake. And then it's gonna throw the whole vibe off. So I was like, well, let me just test my pencils first. And then we'll go from there. So that's what I'm doing. Cuckoo clock page is probably gonna be next though, because that page is too cute. Too cute to not do anything to. So, and I kind of have an idea on some of the colors. So we'll see how it goes. Me neither. But I'm gonna attempt to finish because then it'll never get finished. So with the mouse guard ones, I try to finish the page before I move on. You know, we gotta treat this book extra special. It's my favorite books, the mouse guard ones. So, and I don't have a second copy of this one yet. I would love a second copy, but not yet. I did one. I'm like, okay, had to remember, like, ma'am, you are on a budget. Do not go getting, because I almost got two. And I was like, no, you have to budget a little bit more than what you were doing. You're by yourself now. So get it together and stop trying to buy two books. And then one of which you're probably not even going to touch right away because I would like to get a second one just so I can test like water and stuff like that. But since I only got one, this will be the pencils one first. And then if I get a second copy, that'll be the kind of do everything in copy. You started the pumpkin one? Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like they're not technically double page spreads, but you can tell they're in the same area. It's the same scene. He just kind of singled the pages out. I'm gonna add a little bit of gray to this cloud, probably. Um, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, but I had said if he ever came out with a second one, I would get two of them. So standing by that for sure because it'll go out of print and then I'll never be able to see it again. Okay. I was lucky to get the second copy of the one I have. So, all right. So that's because this is a cloud. I want to make it into a cloud. Um, let me see. I don't want to do too dark of a gray. So I need the lightest gray possible, which would be this one. And then I'm just going to kind of, I think I'm going to bring it from the bottom. Where's my sharpener? Yeah, so at some point though, I mean, I'm not rushing to get a second one. Hopefully it doesn't go out of print by the time I do get the second one, but I should be all right. It's going to take me a while to finish this one anyway, so we're all good. No rush. Right. Me too. But see, I don't when the first book went up in price, I don't think he was controlling those prices. I think because those weren't coming from his website, that was coming from wherever they were coming from. So I don't think he had any control of how fast the price went up on his first book. I don't think he had much say so over that because he could have easily charged that much for the second one and people probably would have bought it. So I don't think he had control over that. I know you guys can't really see the gray because I can barely see it. So just bear with me. The sky is almost done. But yeah, not much going on my end. Work. That's pretty much it. And then I think I want to put a little bit like just to round this off, kind of mix that in there. Just in some places. So it actually looks like it's clouds and not just a big white space that I left. Hi, Emily. Hi, Brittany Daniels. I am using Holbein at the moment. Um, I'm using this page as my testing page, so I'm just kind of gonna be trying probably my Holbein, everything but Prismacolor. I'm not putting Prismacolor in this book. So for those that are waiting on me to whip those out, it's not happening. But I do want to test my other pencils, my polys, the stuff that I use the most, pretty much. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Get a good sandwich. Yeah, okay. Now it's kind of blending in a little bit better. Sort of looks like clouds now. Was looking kind of bare at first, but now it's fine. It's almost kind of like the rain is about to come in. It's like a big rain cloud, but not quite, but also at the same time, yes. Okay. And I just want to blend this in a bit here. All right. I'm gonna get enough of wiping my hand across my page, but it's fine. Yeah, any tips? Honestly, don't fly out on a Monday. That seems to be Sunday and Monday seems to be the worst days to fly out on. It's everybody's always like, "Oh, that's it's the best time to fly out." It is not. They're lying. It is not. But other than that, I mean, just make sure that you have all your stuff, your real ID, because if you don't have that and they ask for it, they will charge you for it. Um, what else? I would bring snacks. Now you can't bring anything liquid through TSA, obviously, but um, yeah, real ID or passport. But I think when they scan your passport, I think they check to see if you have your real ID anyway, even if you're using your passport. So to be safe, I would say just make sure that you have your real ID. Um, because I've had to take a couple people back out of TSA because they didn't have their real ID and they didn't want to pay for it, so they couldn't fly. So that is mandatory now. Your real ID. And aside from making sure that you have all your stuff, just double check your bags that you're bringing through TSA to make sure that you're not bringing anything in there that's not allowed, because it's going to slow the process, and it's also going to make you look stupid when they're going through your bag. Um because they will tell you like, "Hey, make sure you don't have any liquid X, Y, and Z in your bag." And then just double check before you go in there, because you might forget, might be something in there and you can't have, and then you have to go back out if you want to keep whatever it is that's in there. So again, which prolongs the process. Wear something comfortable going through the airport. The amount of times I've seen people just come through there in heels and they're complaining about their feet and everything else. And it's like, well, yeah, you were heels to the airport. So yeah, um, bring something to do, because delays and cancellations and all kinds of random stuff does happen. But definitely bring snacks, because that airport stuff is expensive, 3 and 4 times the price for no reason. No, no hot sauce, no liquid. Anything under 3.4 ounces is okay, as long as it's in a Ziploc bag and it's separated by itself. But it has to be under 3.4 ounces. So, like travel size, like little travel size lotion and stuff like that is fine, as long as it's in a Ziploc bag by itself, not touching anything else when you go through TSA. And they'll probably still, flag it, but they'll just pull it out and look at it and see what it is and then give it back to you. But yeah, definitely comfy clothes, especially like if, not saying that your flight's going to get canceled or something, but all kinds of stuff has been happening lately, especially since Spirit is not a thing anymore. So, it's been all kinds of crazy stuff. So, people have been acting crazy too, so don't mind the crazies. You're gonna always have that one crazy person that's gonna say or do something dumb. Bring a mask. No one knows how to cover their mouth, nose, anything either. So I've noticed that lately. I know you're asthmatic and it's hard to wear them, but just I would recommend putting it on if you are going to be sitting next to a bunch of people or something like that. Then put it on, because 9 times out of 10, one of them is going to cough, sneeze, or something, and they're not going to cover their face. Just, yeah, I get a lot of that. Taylor, and headphones, because the kids is wild in these airports these days, because the parents, they don't tell their kids to sit down and stop breaking stuff and touching stuff. So that also, um I'm to the point now where it's like, stop bringing your kids to the airport. I don't care where you got to go. Stop bringing them if they don't have any home training. But bring headphones, because it's a lot of noise. I hate loud noises, so I'm usually walking around work with my earpiece in just to drown out some of the noise, because it's so loud in there. Yeah, yeah. People are something else. I can't. Mm-mm. So, what else? Travel tips. Know where you're going before you get there. Us airport people are tired of y'all not knowing where y'all going. Listen, read your boarding pass, know your gate number, know your seat number, know your flight number, know where you're going. Okay, don't get there and be like, oh, I don't know. Here's my boarding pass, but I don't know anything, even though it's all right there on my boarding pass. But I still don't know. Please know where you're going before you go. Now, asking for directions around the airport after you've read the signs and tried to figure it out is different. But just getting in there and not knowing where you're going is crazy. Um, if the question sounds stupid before it comes out of your mouth, it probably is. Don't ask. Just y'all in this blocking and unblocking. Listen, I'm gonna need for y'all to get it together. You guys are funny. But yeah, this other than that, it's pretty should be pretty smooth, pretty self-explanatory, most of it. No, I mean that's kind of what they're there for. Um if your gate is far and you know you're not gonna make it and you feel like, you want somebody to help you get to your gate, wheelchair service, whatever, uh do be there 3 hours before your flight, 4 maybe even, because sometimes we're coming from Timbuktu and it takes us a while to get to you, or if we're busy, uh, and we can't get to you right away, you still have time. Don't get there 30 minutes before your flight asking for wheelchair or help to your gate and you getting mad because it's 30 minutes, your flight's boarding and you ain't got the nothing to go through there. So um she can see you view, you just can't see her, I think. She could see your comments. I don't know what y'all got going on, but she can see you. But yeah, so be there like be there 3 hours anyway, because again, you just never know like what's gonna happen, what with anything. So don't come like 10 minutes before your flight thinking like, oh yeah, I got time. No, TSA alone, especially if it's busy, can take 30, 40 minutes. Now, if it's not busy and your bag is good and you got everything you're supposed to and all that, TSA shouldn't take that long. It really doesn't. When I have my passengers and I'm going through there and I make sure their bags is good before we even go through there, we're in and out of TSA in like less than 10 minutes. If it's busy, it might take a little bit longer, and that's because it's busy. But other than that, you should have all your things together and it'll be TSA should be real smooth, real smooth. TSA is not as crazy as people think. And a lot of the times it's not TSA, it's y'all. I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but it's y'all. Y'all coming in there with God knows what in your bag. There's a lady who came in there the other day with a kitchen knife in her bag, and I'm like, what were you thinking? So, and then she was upset with them because she had to go through secondary, and it's like, well, you came with a whole entire chef knife in your bag, saying it was for your son, but it wasn't like in a box or nothing. It was wrapped up in a pair of socks. Like, ma'am, what did you think they were gonna do? So, just check your stuff before you go through there because believe it or not, TSA is the hardest part. Once you're through TSA, that's it. From there, it's go to your gate, relax until it's time to go. Um, it's not really, you're just chilling. Listen out for the announcements in case they change your gate, stuff like that. Because the amount of times people go, well, they didn't make an announcement. And it's like, were you listening? Because they made like 7 of them. You have your headphones on, or you're doing God knows what. You're not paying attention to your app, your emails, your notifications, and you missed your flight. And the answer to can you open the door is no. Because once those doors is closed, guess what? We're not opening them. We can't. So don't even ask. But of course, there's always that one person that's gonna ask, "Can you just open the door?" No. Where were you when they made the announcement like 40 minutes ago? They changed the gate. You weren't paying attention. I'm sorry. Like, but also at the same time, sorry, not sorry, because where were you? You were sitting right there. You didn't hear them. You didn't notice half the gate get up and leave. Like, I mean, sometimes I feel bad for some of them, but some of them I don't, honestly. Yeah, thank God for them because they super check. And a lot of people feel like, you know, like one guy, he's like telling his friend to bring the alcohol that they had in their bag. And he was like, yeah, they're not going to check it like that. And I'm just sniggling and I'm like, yeah, they are. And he's like, no, they don't check like that. And then I seen the guys off to the side yelling at TSA because they wanted to keep their alcohol. And he's like, well, in Seattle. And it's like, yeah, we're not in Seattle, buddy. We're in Vegas. And I highly doubt they let you through there in Seattle either. So it's, it's a lot of chaos and it doesn't have to be. So just make sure your bag is good before you go through there making a fool of yourself. Even like if you have food, none of that food can be liquid. So no yogurt, no soup, no none of that because it's not solid. If it can change shape in liquid form, like yogurt, soup, stuff like that, nope, can't take it. So the Holbeins feel nice. Supposed to be trying other pencils, but I'm like using the Holbeins on this cart. It feels kind of nice, actually. Now I do notice that I don't think I can layer too many times with these Holbeins in this book. So I'll probably have to resort to like blending or just making sure I got my stuff in the right spot because I don't think I can get too many layers with these. Y'all so silly. But yep. So that's pretty much all the tips I got. Because once you get through TSA, it's smooth sailing. As long as you pay attention, you should be fine. What you should be doing in the airport anyway. I walk through that place with so much anxiety. My head is always on a swivel in that place. I'm like, that's why I be coming home so tired. Because every little noise, every little movement, every little everything, I'm turning around like, what's that? What's that? What's that? What was that noise? Who's doing that? It's tiring, but you never know these days what's going to go down. So the stress is real. And again, Sunday and Monday seems to be the busiest. Well, I don't know. Every airport might be different, but I know in ours, Sunday and Monday is the worst. So I just feel like if it's the worst in one airport, it's probably the same in any other. But don't quote me on that. Sunday and Mondays are terrible. Tuesdays is kind of like the tail end of it. Um, and there's no more Spirit, so it's even worse. But you see how easy this just blends. I love this. I love it. The whole buns work pretty good in here for sure. Let me do the side of this cart, and there's some wooden pieces at the bottom. I like to think that this is like different wood, like tree branch wood. So I'm gonna do that like a different brown. I've been reading the heck out of that book series I was telling you guys about. I'm on season 2 of the first book of season 2. I finished the first season with the 3 books of the first brother. Man, man, man. And the drama continues, and there's so much going on. It's just like, whoa, okay. And I was like, well, I really don't want to take a breather, so let me just keep reading because it's good. So, worth the read so far, worth the read. Thank you. I did that's also Holbein. I just did some blue with some I left like most of this white and then added a little bit of gray so it can look like a cloud was back there. Cause I didn't just want to do the whole thing blue. I'm like, can I get some clouds? So I self made some clouds, but or a cloud rather. It's just one big one right here. But because my first mind was just like, oh yeah, do it blue. And then I'm like, okay, this is starting to look too blue. So um let me add something else to it. And I added the cloud. Have I missed it? I mean, I don't want to say no, but I guess because it hasn't been that long since I've not colored, so no, I guess. But I've still technically been coloring, just not in coloring books. I've been coloring my own stuff, so it's not really much to miss, I guess. But I had to jump on this mouse card though, because we all know I wasn't missing out on that. But I'm still coloring my own stuff. I'm prepping for this art gallery. So we're trying to do it in the winter because it's way too hot to be doing anything in the summer. So winter's our plan. So I got a little bit of time to do some stuff. So I'm like, well, I can color a little bit, but I don't want to lose focus on that because winter will look you'll look up and it'll be here and I'll be like, oh, I still have nothing done. Let me do something. So yeah, oh yeah, I know. And I'm glad too because I didn't even know about it until you said something. Um, and I was like, wait, is it a new one or are they doing the other one I have already again? So I was like, let me see what's going on here. So I wasn't missing out on that. But do I miss it? Not really, because I'm still coloring, so it's not like I'm And now I will say I kind of miss coloring with my coloring pencils because I haven't done that in forever. But um, coloring, I'm still coloring my own art, so I haven't been not coloring long enough to miss it. It's funny though because I was right at the beginning of my stream. I was like, watch everybody come out of the woodworks now that I'm coloring because I haven't a lot, not a lot, but the only people who are still around, like when I'm like drawing and doing art and stuff, like I see Amy and Lori and Mary and View, Brittany Daniels every now and then, and then like the art people that are coming around for my art. Other than that, I see no one until it's time for me to whip out the coloring books, and then everybody's coming out the woodworks, and they're like, "Hey, Bubbles, long time no see. You haven't been on," and it's like, yeah, I have. It's just that you weren't watching because I wasn't coloring. But hey, anyway. So I do miss some of you guys. And I get it, not everybody wants to watch me draw and paint. So it's nice to see some of you guys come out of the woodworks when I am coloring. So and I still watch all of you. You know, sometimes I'm at work so I don't comment or I'll comment afterwards or you know, if I miss it, I'll catch the replay and then I'll comment like there. But yeah, I still watch all my coloring videos and stuff like that. I watch a lot of videos. I'm always on YouTube watching you guys' streams and art streams and coloring streams and video game streams and all kinds of stuff. So still watching. I tend to watch the same people too. So every now and then, I'll stray off and watch something else. It'll still kind of be like the same topic, but it'll be like a newer person. But a lot of the people that I watch, they put out videos pretty consistently or they're streaming pretty consistent. So those are the people that I'm like watching a lot of. But as far as like, you guys, I still watch your videos and stuff. I may not be commenting because I'm fighting for my life at work or something like that, but I'm still there. I'm still watching. Okay. The Holbeins work nice. Yeah, I gotta have my options. I can't just like watch one topic and only one topic. So I tend to watch all the stuff that I'm interested in. Um, so like this is part of that wheel thing down there. Um, I tend to watch like some of the stuff that I'm interested in. So video games, and then if it's like a video game that I'm currently playing, then I will watch, if someone's streaming it or if it's somebody that I typically watch, I'll check out their videos and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I listen. Yeah, I'm an international spy, so I'll be fighting for my life. I promise. I do every day. Um, but yeah, I'm just like, I still watch and sometimes like even when I'm at work, I'll pop in like I'll see because sometimes YouTube will actually work and tell me like, "Hey, so and so is live." And it's like, "Okay." Most of the time it doesn't even tell me even though I have the little thing to tell me for certain people. So I have to like physically go in there and see who's live and I'll just like pop it in my headphones and I'll just be listening while I'm working. Um, you know. Yeah, Bubbles Bond over here. It really do be feeling like it though. I like, yeah, might as well add that to the title, right? But it's I'm there. I'm just, if you don't see me in the comments, know that I'm there. I'm just fighting for my life. Okay, so let's try one more. We're getting up to an hour. Maybe we should just color one more thing with the whole vines. And then the next video we will do something with another one. I kind of want to do like these little green pieces back here. Um I don't know though. I feel like I might try something else. What's this? These are my Derwent, I think. And I say that because it's more, I think it's my, whatchamacallit, my drawings in my light fast, my drawing, and my graphic. Need something for the ground. And that just looks like regular dirt. So I think I might do the ground in my polys because I kind of have a color for it that I want to do. So maybe, hmm. And I don't know what color I want the snake to be either. I might do green or orange. I kind of want to do the other stuff first and then see whichever color is going to kind of pop out. Our little mouse guy is probably going to be gray because he just seems like an older mouse. Let's see. All right, let's work on the stuff for the mouse. So yeah, that's right view. Um, I buy you. No, I do not have all of them. Usually, like when I'm in my coloring mood, I will go and just get like one or two from the store because I don't use them that much. So I'll just get like one or two from my collection and then build them up that way. I don't have the full set. I don't even have the full first set, honestly. Let's know the others. View. Yeah. Yeah, so but these actually work nice. So I get the feeling that all of my pencils are gonna work pretty nice on this paper. It doesn't feel much different than the other mouse guard paper. It's just a tad bit thinner, it seems. Just a tad. It's not even like worth talking about really. If you color in mouse guard a lot and you know it, then you can tell like the slight difference. But other than that, like the feel of the paper is not that much different. So I think all my pencils will work fine in here. We should be good. But yeah, I'll probably be on a little bit longer on Wednesday or Thursday. But because it's Sunday and I typically try not to stream on Sundays, but since I didn't stream last week, I was like, well, I'll pop on for a bit. Um, I typically try not to because Monday is kind of like my chill day. So, I mean, Sunday, and because I have to go to work on Monday. So I try to just chill. Not saying that this isn't chilling, but picking out these colors sometimes is stressful. So I try to be on just for a little bit. I also try not to make my streams too long in general because it seems like people don't seem to like that very much. Some people do. Like the people who've been watching me for a while, they don't care because they know I'll just sit and talk. But the other people who are watching it, according to my analytics, they don't watch it very long. If it's long, they don't watch it all the way through. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's too long. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm gonna probably get off of here and go and take a nice shower, play a little video game, read some of my book, and just relax for the rest of the night. I might need a bit of a darker pink to go with this, but we'll see because after I put the gray, because I don't want it too dark. So I think this is okay pink. Yeah, I just want to get on, do what I'm gonna do, and then get off. But sometimes, we get into story time and we having a good time. So when it's like that, I don't mind. But when we just sitting here dragging the time, it's like, okay, time to go. Um, but for the most part, I'm learning to try to keep it, about around an hour and a half ish. Aiden. Hey Aiden. In my last stream, I think it's called New Mouse Guard Flip and Chat or something like that. If you go in the description of that, you will see the Discord. I put all my infos and stuff there just for you in that stream. I didn't forget about you. But you weren't there in that stream, so um you missed it and I didn't put it in this one. So it is definitely in the stream before this one though. So if you just go to that one and check the description, you'll see the Discord there. Okay. So we got the mouse colored. Um should we try something else with the Derwent? Cuz that went by really smooth. I don't really want to try the gray. I think I want to do the grays for save the grays for the polys. Maybe I will do. Where are we at right now? We're right at an hour. I need to leave it where it's at. Oh, nice. Okay, so when you're done, you're gonna post it in the Discord, yeah? Okay, what I do want to see though is if a little bit, just a little bit. I was trying to see if there was like gonna be transfer from this page onto this one, and it's just a little bit. You can see like a little bit there and a little bit there, just like right where I did the cart, it seems, and a little bit up here where the sky is at. Yeah, so not too much though, because that's what I was like. Let me see, because I know in the other one, in my other one, I have to put something there because yeah, see, it does stuff like this. You can see, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see basically the page, and I don't know what page it is, but I can see. Oh, you know what? This is probably, I bet you this is from the other one. This is from this one, probably. I don't know. I don't know. It's from one. Yeah, it's from this one. So when I was doing this page, I had this underneath here, and you can see the transfer from the page on the back on this paper. You can see it all down here, here, here. So the older one transfers more than the newer one. You can barely see it with the newer one. It's still there in some places, but it's not. So they must be using different printer ink too. So that's nice to know. Yeah, it looks clear. You guys probably can't see it, but it's definitely there. But that's nice to know. But I am also going to put something here because I don't want the color from this to transfer over to this. So I'm just going to stick this here. What is this? Stick that there so that the color doesn't transfer over to this page. So we'll be back on Wednesday or Thursday. We'll probably do maybe 2 hours depending on how I'm feeling because I also need to finish this one. So I guess we'll be coloring in mouse guard for a while, huh? Because in this one, I need to finish the mouse and the acorns. I want to do the acorns gold because I did them silver question mark in the other, in the first copy. Yeah. So I did the cool tones on the original one. And then I'm using, and then bless my little heart. This was, like I said, I was just barely getting into coloring. So this was in 2018. Y'all, my gosh, I can still see my pencil lines in some of this stuff. But I was just like learning, so and it was with the polys too. And I did this whole thing in pencil because I that was all I had, I think, at the time was my polychromos. Um and I got my polys, and this was like my first coloring book. Well, one of them. The first one I actually cared about. So where I was starting to get serious, and I can see the pencil lines, Lord Jesus. But I mean, look at the I mean, definitely you can tell the difference. So, I haven't even colored the mouse yet. I think he's gonna be either white or gray. I'm not sure yet. His sword will probably still be the same. It'll probably just be like a darker gray and a darker gold, maybe. Or maybe I'll do gray and then do the handle silver since I did the handle gold here. So we'll bling him out with the silver, but we're gonna make the acorns gold. But bless my little heart. Look at those leaves, y'all. Good Lord. But yeah, so gonna do that. And then this one I'm coloring in order. So once I finish with this one, it's gonna be this one next. Now the new one, I'm not going in order, but I am using all pencil in this one. So, and I might color some pages on my own. I'm probably not going to sit and color all the pages with you guys, but um, just it's going to all be in pencil. It's going to take me a while to finish this one. This one seems to be more detailed too than the other one. So, we'll see. And I really hate they did this to this page. I don't know. I have to figure out. I can't even. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something like that maybe. It's just going to have to be folded because there's no way I'm going to be able to color that with that flying up in the air like that. So, yeah, bless my coloring heart, right. I just knew I was doing something. Lord. But this one I might try and use the same colors cuz it's the same image as the postcard. So I might try to do some of the same colors, especially for the bird, because I didn't know what color I was going to do the bird. So I might do the bird, some of the same colors. I might brighten it up a little bit. It might not be as dull, but I think that would be cool. Use my polys on that. Oh, Aiden, before we go, I did finish the cat. Um, I finished coloring him. This is Moon Pie. Most of you know who this is already. But yeah, that's all I can do is fold it. I mean, it's still attached, but it's just, they glued them together. So, but I did finish it, rounded the corners. Just I hadn't posted a picture of it yet. So, it was a sacrifice page, right? I guess maybe they felt like, whoa, we're sending them the postcard, so they don't really. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know. I can't even say what they were thinking, but I'm gonna color it anyway. I would like to color the circle too, but we'll see. But I want to do some of the same colors on this one. I wonder if this is the same guy that was in the first book. Some of these characters look familiar. I know they all look kind of the same, but like the mannerisms and the way they kind of just, I don't know. This one does too, but hey, maybe that's just because I've been coloring it for so long. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to stick to that coloring the page. I remember this character. I'm not gonna stick to oh, we all got different pictures? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Wait, which one did you get? I'm gonna have to go back and look. I might not stick to that finishing a page before starting another one because what I think I'm gonna stick with is like making sure I don't stop because this is what my problem is. I'll start a page, right? And I don't mind like pausing and going to something else. But like for example, I'll start the snake, but I won't finish the snake and I'll move on to something else. And then those colors are just sitting on my desk and then I have to write them down before I put them away. I'm not doing all that. So what I'm going to do is like how I made sure I finished the wood that I wanted in the same color. I'm going to make sure I finish each little whatever I'm doing before I move on to something else. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I didn't even know we got different images. But that's kind of cool. Now I feel like I need to go watch everybody's flip to see who got what. But yeah, I can't. Some of these pages are so cool, and I just keep looking at it. And I won't do the cuckoo clock by myself. I'll do that with you guys. But I just can't help but like keep looking at some of these images, and I'm just like, yeah, I want to color it now, but we'll see. No, I haven't numbered them yet. I think the only ones that got numbered were the ones in the first copy. And there are 91 images, I guess, to color. Did I count? Okay, so I counted this one. So 90 images. If you count like the little whatever that is, then 91. But there's 90 in this one. I haven't numbered this one yet. I'm assuming it's about the same. It's probably 90 or a little bit more. It feels slightly thicker, but that could just be me. Um yeah, I know. At least a small tiny number. But I'm just going to have to go and number it. And I think I am going to count this as a page. So this will be 2, but I'm not going to put 1. I'm just going to put 2. I think I'm just going to put it on every other page. I'm going to put 2, 4, like that. So I'm not numbering every single page. Um just to see how many. I need to figure out where that binder is. I have a binder where I keep um I thought I had it on my shelf. It's not far, but I have a binder where I keep my you genius, it's right here. I keep like my postcards and stuff in here. So I have the ones from Wildegorn. I have the ones from the Pokemon 2023 championships. I have the Mega Evolution ones from Pokemon. This one I got from somebody. I don't know. I kept their business card. These are my giant Pokemon cards. I keep those in there too. And then just like from different artists, I have like postcards from different artists. And then their business cards, which I put his in here. Let me put it in here with the other business cards. If I can, okay. So I keep stuff like that in here is what I was getting at. Okay. And then I think I should have, do I have any more for, oh, I have one right here. I'm like, do I have one for, I thought I had, oh, here's one with 2. Okay, let me grab this one. Bring it towards the front here. Well, I guess I'll not in the front because I need it behind the ones I already have. Okay. Right? So I'm just going to pop that in there and then I'll put the mouse guard on. Now I feel like I need to go around collecting the ones. If they're different, let me find somebody that don't want theirs. And I'm definitely collecting it. um, because I wonder if he has like I need to go back on his website and see if he has like a postcard set or something. Anyway, let me get off of here and go finish my night. It's what, 6 o'clock, 1800? Yeah. So I'm gonna get off. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys Wednesday or Thursday. We'll be coloring. If anybody is curious, we will be coloring. Um, most of my art stuff, I'm gonna work on that. I want to finish this. This is finished, but I need to make like 7 more of them. So, um, once that's done, then we'll get back to the painting. But for now, the streams will be art. I mean, we'll be coloring until I feel like it's not. So, see you guys Wednesday or Thursday. Bye.